Hello, it's JLB Bricks here, and I'm back with another video. Today I'll be showing you my MOC. It's a dystopian robot that I built for Brick by Brick Mocs contest. I hope you like it, and I don't know if it's going to win, but I'm still very proud of what I've made. So jumping right into the MOC, you'll see I have many details on it, like this old stickered piece from, I think, the Wookiee catamaran in 2005. And there's another one on the other side. They're used as a fan, and I have an ice skate piece as another mechanical part attached to it to help the fan work. There's also one eye at the front, so this creature is a cyclops. It's red, so I think we can guess that it's evil based on what colour its eye is. There's a frying pan on the side and more unusual pieces. I'll get right back into those, but as you'll see, there's lots of tiles on the back. A Star Wars one, there's this really, really nice old one from a Power Miner set. It's in an old grey colour, not the bluish grey, but just dark grey. And if I remove it, you can see if I remove that gold piece, you can see the full panel. And I'll just put it right back on its little pedestal. Show you the MOC from afar. I think I did a good job on the shape and sizing. As you can see next to a minifigure, it's quite big. If I saw this thing coming at me, I think I'd be very scared. So I'll remove the minifigure and you'll see more. Oh, it fell there. I'll just put it right back up. Nope. It's not that it's hard to stand or anything. It's just I made a mistake there. And just putting the minifigure against it, you'll see it is maybe twice the height of a minifigure. Okay, I'll just go a little more in depth on some of the details, like the frying pan there, and one of these wheel pieces. They could be used on a car, but they might be a bit too big. Depends on what size you want the car to be. There's some more printed pieces, and I'm just going to spin that. You can see it's a little stiff, maybe just because of the way it's put together. I don't know what they're supposed to go into, because that looks like what it's meant to go into, but it's a little stiff. Just going to put that tile back on there. And I put it in an arched way so that you could see it's kind of like a battle-worn robot. There's some Lego Marvel pieces on it from a Black Panther set. A rhino had all this armor on, and it had loads of dented parts with gold that looked like rust, so I used it on this build. Yeah, you can see that the wire that I have coming out of it, I'll just take it out of there. The wire stops the head from moving too high up, which is very good for the entire build. And if you look closely there, you can see, there's the Marvel piece, but you can also see that how I built it. Now, there is some you can move the legs, and if I wanted to, I can make a stop motion with this walking. It's not the easiest thing. It's not the sturdiest thing either. I'm just going to show you all 360 degrees. So, even though it might not be the best thing, it can't even attach to studs, but if you used a certain piece, it could. And if you see the ice skate piece there, I think it looks like something that would hit off the fan's blades and make this kind of rattling noise so that this creature, you could hear when this creature was coming. I don't think it's made for stealth. I think it would be made for brute force and just to stomp over people, crush them. And you can see I used some pieces on the legs. You can see there's these little grill pieces with little holes in them. Don't know what they're called. They're quite cool, and they look a bit like exhaust fans. Or pipes. Well, not really pipes. But I hope you understand what I mean. Here's the side build I built. Oh god, that sounds very unusual. But it's like a little part of a base, and there's a robot attacking it that has a flamethrower inside its arm. There's the robot from earlier, as you can see, assisting the other evil robot. And they're both making a push at what seems to be an injured soldier who's being protected by this hero in armor. And if you can see the hero in armor, he uses lots of Marvel pieces. I'll talk about him later. but he also has the shield, which which is deflecting the fire and stopping it from killing everybody. There's a cutlass stuck in there and there's some tiles. One is a Star Wars one with a droid head on it, and the other is a newspaper from a Marvel set. I'll just remove the figures so that you can see everything that's going on. Just a lot of details. I hope you like the small side build. I'll now move on to the figures so you can see them. And here's the first one I built. It's this soldier person, and he is next to my sig fig. But he's a custom. I used lots of Sharpie on him to give him blood, because Lego doesn't really like to print blood. Just giving you a little 360 view. And he has a back brace attachment, just so that I could put something on him. I'll just let that fade in. And there you go, it's a Republic symbol from Star Wars, but we can just say for the sake of this build, it's the symbol of the rebellions against the robots. And he uses an adventurer's torso from a Johnny Thunder set. Well, I think it was used on the villain, and you can see that he has a leg that's from a mummy from Series 19. And it has side leg printing, it's quite good. There's some Sharpie on the arm, and his face is the Tom Holland face with Sharpie on it. His hair is the Mutt Jones from Indiana Jones, and if I remove the hair you can see the Tom Holland face on the back. They used it on Ant-Man, but I don't think that was right. With these old torsos it's quite hard to take heads off, so let me just take that off. Wow, it's quite hard to take off. Okay, there you go. And you can see it's very hard. These old torsos, when you try to pull things off, it's not as good as the modern torsos. That's one of the flaws of using old pieces. And if I just straighten him up there, you can see there's blood on his hands and blood on his other hand. Oh, dropped it there. And I'll move on to the next figure. Here's our second figure. It's a robot. Let me just get rid of the fire. And he has a flamethrower attachment on his arm. I didn't really make one. He looks a bit like a Terminator, I think, especially with the face. It's from the Lego Movie minifigure series pack 1. And it's such a good head. I used it with the U3PO body. And if you look at the legs, you can see there's a DC leg from Armored Batman, some Ninjago part, and the Star Wars printed pocket legs. I'll show you the back of the U3PO torso. No back head printing, because it would look very unusual with two faces. And if I bring in the fire, you can see it's one of the attachments. Okay, let's move on to the next figure. Here is the armored hero. He uses lots of Iron Man Mark 1 pieces and a Ninjago attachment. As you can see, he has a shield that he used to stop the fire from hitting the soldier. I'll just remove it so you can see. He uses arms from a Spider-Man and legs from a Deadshot. And there's one of his Aquaman arms from the DC collectible series. I used an Iron Man helmet without the front, and the face from an Anakin Skywalker Clone Wars version. I just show you the back there with the Ninjago neck attachment. And I think the arc reactor makes it look like this suit is very powerful. And I think that's all. Okay, that was all for the video. I hope you have a nice day, and I want to thank Brick by Brick Mocs for the competition. I also have another competition I'm entering. It's the September Fest. I hope I can get my animation done in time, because it's quite time consuming and very hard. It's a collaboration with Gamer Fergie and Llama 500. They'll be voicing people. It was all animated by me. I'm just showing you some photos from the production. And as soon as I'm done recording this, I'm going to continue animating. I've got quite a busy week ahead of me. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.